What is up, fellers? Yep, check it out, man. Got me a Mustang body. Painted it, what do you call it? Capri orange. That's what it's called. I'm really not a big fan of that color. But, I'm doing every fucking guitar in the world, right? So I might as well try every color, even colors I'm not a big fan of. Although it's growing on me. Especially now that we got that dickhead out of the White House. So yeah, guys. Um, yeah, I just want to talk more shit about Halo. I was um, I was bored and I was looking up why does Halo Infinite have such a dog shit online population, right? Why are so few people playing this amazing game, right? Sorry, I'm just doing this to piss off the 343 fanboy types. Those guys have been trolling me again lately. God, they're so... Like, I always thought of 343 fanboys as, like, just dumb little kids for the most part. You know what I mean? So, like, whenever I would, like, talk shit about them or get into arguments and whatnot, I kind of felt like I was bullying a little kid, and that's kind of fucked up for an adult to be doing, right? Like, so you try to tone it down and just not engage. You know what I mean? So that's what I've learned. A lot of the time when you're arguing with somebody in the video game world, a lot of the time it's a fucking dumbass like 8-year-old or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like it kind of boils down to like, what are you fucking doing, dude? Why are you wasting your time talking to this dumb, brainless fucking kid? Wait for the kid to get older and grow a fucking brain, and then have a conversation with that person, I guess. Like, as of right now, though, you're talking to a fucking child. Like, you're not gonna get anywhere. So that's why I try to ignore running into those people. But, a lot of the time, though, said 343 fanboy in question is not a dumb little kid, Like, dumb little kids, that's a good excuse. They're a dumb little kid. They're supposed to be dumb, right? But you're talking to somebody who's like 30 or 40 years old, and they can't tell they're being wallet raped by 343. They think these are the greatest, like, shooting games ever made, and it's, like, objectively not true. I guess that can be your opinion, but even so, you should still, like, acknowledge that that's just you and not necessarily everyone else, and they can't seem to do that, a lot of these guys. You know how it is. Like my game or else fuck you, right? Now, I'm not gonna fucking kid you guys. I used to be like that. I used to be that gamer who was just like, what? You don't like this game? What the fuck is your problem? Blah, 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 right? Like, yeah, I used to get that way, but then I grew up. And a lot of these guys haven't grown up, and it's kind of sad. And it's sad with me. It took me forever to grow up. I was I was like 25 still acting that way. It's pretty fucking stupid. So, you just gotta change for the better. You gotta grow, you gotta mature, that's all. So I'm just throwing that out there. Stop being so childish. Be more open-minded and understanding. But it's hard, right? It's frustrating because of the toxicity, right? You want to be caring and understanding, but others don't want to be caring and understanding to you back, so you feel the need to treat them like shit too, and then it just becomes a nasty fight, right? Like fucking just the other day when I was making all those really good points about why Halo used to be better, I get these 343 fanboy types coming at me saying, no, you're the one who's cringe, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, saying facts is cringe. Okay. Great. Great. So, anyway, yeah, they were giving me a hard time and making me feel stupid for pointing out that Halo Infinite is a bit of a joke. I mean, let's get real, right? So, I don't know. I felt like I was getting ganged up on by way too many 343 fanboy types. But yeah, they've become really, like I was saying earlier, you know how like it's usually just like some dumb fanboy kid or whatever. Yeah, but I don't know. I've been sort of out of the Halo scene for a long time now. You couldn't really even call me a Halo player anymore. Not really. You couldn't really call me a Halo fan anymore. Not really. I guess for some of the old stuff, but yeah. It's just it's not really who I am anymore. And you only live so long in this world, and you only have so much time. And there's all these other games that I want to try out. So I've been playing Death Stranding over there. That game's weird. I didn't think I would be able to enjoy a game where I don't just run around and kill stuff all day, but I'm getting more open-minded, and honestly, the game is pretty great. Uh, it's weird though. You would think that a game like this from not Konami but from Kojima, there'd be some like killing action-packed stuff, and apparently there's some of that in there. I haven't gotten into it yet, but it's not the main focus of the game. Clearly the main focus of the game is running around this weird world and fucking around and doing weird shit in it, scratching your ass, drinking a monster, fucking taking care of some weird baby thing. Like, it's very fucking weird, and that's why the game's so great, is just because of all this weird shit you can constantly get yourself into. It's the little things that make the game great. It's like, why is Norman Fetus scratching his ass and picking his nose and looking at himself in the mirror like that? It's so weird. But the visuals are amazing. The soundtrack and storytelling is pretty top notch and groundbreaking for video games. It's the kind of game that doesn't seem to have much replay value. I can only see myself playing it again maybe once, but yeah, it's a thing, man. It's kind of cool that this game exists, even if it isn't as replayable as Elden Ring or whatever. Yeah, it's still worth checking out, I'd say. It's hard to rate video games, It really is. I used to be a snob who would just be like 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, and have like strict metric systems that define how good or bad a very, very, very complicated and highly subjective experience is. Like, it's kind of silly to throw numbers. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be different for everybody, and then you're gonna miss shit. Of course, nobody's perfect, right? Like, it's totally possible to not like a game at first, and then you give it another shot, and then all of a sudden you love the fucking game, right? That's happened a few times to you guys, right? Like, I know that's happened to me a few times. So, yeah, don't act so sure of yourself. Don't act so egotistical. You know what I mean? That's my point. And I used to be that guy who pushed that kind of logic, but that logic is fucking stupid. Like, anyway. So yeah, I was just bored, and I decided to hop on Reddit, of all dumbass places, and yeah. This topic is why does Halo Infinite have such a low player account? So I was like, yeah, what's up? I'm just curious to see how shitty 343 is doing, because I don't care about their games. I just like to see how awful this awful company is doing. It's a how do they say it? Schadenfreude? It's that kind of feeling. 343 fucked me over. They lied to me. I bought their fucking lying bullshit fucking game, Halo 4, and it sucked, and it wasn't good, and I was disappointed. And then they start putting microtransactions in their newer games moving forward, and there's more lies, and then I find out that many of the employees are assholes, and then I learn that the Halo community is largely full of assholes too, and just like Halo overall has a fucking dark cloud over its head, so it's just really shitty that it went down this way. So I'm bitter about it. So I like to fucking make fun of the assholes that have basically led Halo into the ground like this, which is, let's get real, mainly 343. Then the community to a lesser degree, but of course, the people who are making the Halo franchise the shittiest that it can possibly be are the ones with the most power. The guys making the fucking games, 343 Industries with Microsoft. Like, let's get real, they're the worst of the worst. So, I just want to see why they suck so much. And I already have my opinions and my feelings, but, you know, I want to see what other people are saying. So, yeah, this is not great. This one guy says, the reason Halo Infinite is so unpopular lately is they've been slowly bleeding players due to all the issues that the game has, such as its desync issues and its lack of player progression across the battle pass, and the game has a lack of content in general. Players didn't want to keep playing the exact same maps over and over again. It's funny that this guy's saying that, because I agree largely, but I'm a weird player. I enjoyed playing Halo Reach Invasion on Boneyard over and over and over and over and over again. Like, the way I found to play that game online, it was just super fun every time, you know? But I'm different. I'm more unique than most players. Most players have a shorter attention span. They'll get tired of playing a certain map at a point. Me, if I like the map enough, I'll play it over and over and over and over again. I don't give a flying fuck. You know? But anyway, yeah, he does make a good point. Most players are like that. They'll eventually get tired. They'll want more content, you know? More bang for their buck. And I can't blame them. I think the player deserves more than the fucking bottom of the barrel fucking bullshit that 343 gave us with this goddamn game. Fuck. I mean, we're still getting that co-op mode, right? We're still getting the Forge. It's still not here. Still. Ridiculous. Anyways, so yeah, and then this other guy, he says, I think the progression system with its challenges are what's putting most people off. Releasing an event but giving us challenges for other modes before we get event challenges seems insane. See, I don't know exactly what he's talking about because I don't play the game, but it sounds bad. Oh my god. And then this guy makes a post, this 343 simp, at least that's what he seems like. What kind of person would make a comment like this unless they were a fucking chode? Anyway, he says, well, yeah, but we're also all adults with jobs now. Oh my god, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. People with jobs still have free time to play the game, dude. Like, and COVID happened, dumbass. There's fucking 100 million unemployed or whatever that happened ever since COVID, and we're still struggling with those numbers. So no, motherfucker, there's less people working right now. Like, I remember when COVID first happened, games like Doom Eternal got a boost because they just so happened to be coming out at the right time. Last of Us 2, that game got a big boost also because it came out right around COVID, you know? Fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake. Fucking, what's it called? Resident Evil 3 Remake? Yeah. Fucking, come on, man. Like, pull your head out of your ass, bro. Jesus Christ. Like, I work more than ever, but I was still playing Halo Reach a good bit in 2017-18. My goodness. But anyway, yeah, that's a stupid fucking comment, and it's good that... I kind of like that about Reddit. It'll show you how many times someone's been downvoted just to show how, like... like, how much people did not respond to your stupidity. You know what I mean? They're just like, ugh. Fuck that idea. I kind of dig that. Like, YouTube should have that. But, nah, I don't give a fuck about rating systems. Anyway, what I give a fuck about is what people actually have to say, you know? Like, this other guy, he says, because it was released in a very unfinished state with very little content and has almost no changes added since its November release. Well, yeah, that's going to be a problem, especially when you advertise the game as this, like, never-ending, constantly growing, constantly evolving game, you know? You remember when Destiny said that shit? Yeah, the Destiny game, it said that shit, and, it was a joke, man. And you're seeing something similar with this dumbass game. This other guy, he says, it's just a mess, to be honest, and a lot of people agree. There's just not enough game modes, maps, etc., etc. Campaign just didn't hold up compared to the ones made by Bungie. Yeah, that's true. The shop is borderline insulting with the prices, and they're egregious. The content is piss poor. The biggest thing for me was having to pay $343 to give me colors as much as a basic fucking blue. Yeah, the season pass rewards are not that great either. He says, I know it happens in every game, but the rampant cheaters and hackers ruins multiplayer for me. Not to mention the bugs and glitches many players are dealing with on a daily basis. Yeah, that sucks. Like, this guy right here, real quick, he says, I know this happens with every game, but the rampant cheater, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. I remember Halo 3, when it first came out, for at least the first, year to 2 years, I didn't see any fucking cheaters or any fucking hackers ruining my experience. It was like the perfect time to be playing online games, dude. I'm not fucking kidding. I don't recall running into a single fucking cheater, dude, in 2007 and 2008 on Halo 3. It didn't happen to me. Maybe I'm just lucky, but it was really fucking rare. But, Halo 2, though, and yeah, there were a lot of hackers and cheaters there. Flying warthogs, people jumping up into the sky, looking down with auto-aim, firing their BR that shoots sniper rifle rounds and just auto-hitting everyone in the head. And then when the game is over, you look at the guy's stats, and he's got fucking Kilimanjaros, several of them, and it's like, yeah, that's a cheater. Yeah. Yeah. And then all the glitches in Halo 2, like people super bouncing out of every fucking map. Oh my god. It got kind of ridiculous. But Halo 3 was pretty bullshit proof, pretty hacker proof, pretty glitch proof. They did a really good job with that one. Halo 3 is the king of online first-person shooter experiences. Like, it was the best thing for an online competitive shooting game fan. Like, that was it, dude. It wasn't better than that. Counter-Strike don't have shit on it. Team Fortress don't have shit on it. No Doom games ever had shit on it. The closest thing I can think of is maybe like Perfect Dark at a fucking, playing at a sleepover or something like that, But then here comes Halo, and yep, Halo 3, that's where it's at. They did the whole competitive online shooting experience as best as it's ever been done, basically. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, real quick, I want to talk about that. I've always said that Halo Reach is my favorite Halo game, and I always tried to explain myself because a lot of people rage at me when I say that. They're like, no, Halo 1 is the best. No, Halo 2 is the best. No, Halo 3 is the best. I always get that, right? Especially the Halo 3 people. And Halo 3, I'm starting to think that, actually, yeah, that is my favorite Halo. I'm starting to think that, actually, that is the best Halo overall. I'm starting to come around, actually. Like, see, here's the thing. In Reach, I found a really fun way to play the Invasion playlist. You can check those videos out on my channel if you want to see what I'm talking about. Like, I was able to do all kinds of hilarious and goofy, epic fucking things. And as a result, I really liked it. And I was also really good at it. So I was like one of the best Halo Reach players. One of the best Halo 2 or Halo 3 players? Nah, I was more, mediocre to really good. Somewhere in there. But with Halo Reach, I can proudly say that I was one of the best players in that game. So when you're so good at something, that kind of helps you make you like it more, right? You know what I mean? So that was also an influence. But yeah, now that I'm playing ODST with my buddies from time to time on 360 over there, I played ODST last night on Lost Platoon, and I don't know, it's just having a real blast, really getting into it, really getting a feel for the gameplay, and just, I'm starting to think that Halo 3, there's a reason it's hailed as the best Halo game overall. And I think I'm going to jump on board, and I think I'm going to go there. It's just Halo Reach, like I said, to me, in that weird, unique way that I would play Invasion, and the fact that I was so damn good at the game, yeah, that made me feel like it was the better game. But objectively speaking, overall, in the grand scheme of things, amongst all of us in this joke of a Halo community, Um, yeah, I think Halo 3 is the GOAT. So I'm just going to say that. Halo 3 is the best Halo. Yep. And shortly followed by Reach and Halo Combat Evolved, because those are also really good fucking games. Halo 2 is probably my least favorite of the Bungie Halos. Like I said, all the glitches and cheaters and hackers and stuff. It was kind of a beta test to getting Halo Online. You know what I mean? And then when 3 came along, that was like Halo Online perfected. You know what I mean? And then it was basically all downhill from there. Especially once Bungie left, then 343 was just fucking everything up. But yeah, and then there's ODST, but I kind of consider that Halo 3 because, you know, same game engine, right? Very, very similar gameplay. Just slightly different weapon types, and it's basically the same game. Anyway, so yeah, this guy continues to say, the nail in the coffin for me is that instead of coming out with co-op when they said they would, they delay it again. He's like, this game reminds me of Anthem. Ooh, that's not a nice thing to say. This other guy says, because the core gameplay isn't enough when it's attached to 3 maps and a store. Like, yeah, that sucks. This one guy says, even though I'm a hardcore Halo fan, I've gotten so bored of it, and I'm disappointed with the lack of content and updates. Yep. This other guy says, 343 relied on the goodwill of Halo fans. They dropped the ball. They fucked up. Yeah. This other dude, he says, because 343's ability to make a good Halo game is very, very low. Yeah. I'm not going to give him much credit. This guy says, I didn't mind the campaign, but we need some extra content and an expansion or something. Yeah. He's got a point. Yeah, this guy says, I have to pay money to make my Spartan look like the one that's in MCC. Not enough maps, bad game modes, no forge, no firefight, missing a lot of weapons. Yeah, that guy's got a good point. He says, yeah, the money side of this thing is fucking killing me. Yeah, okay, yeah. Microtransactions, right? They suck. See, that's the thing with microtransactions. You can easily say to somebody like me, oh, just don't buy them. Just play the game and don't buy the micros. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, but you're not thinking clearly, my man. 3 things you're not considering. 1, the developers are wasting their time putting this wallet rape shit in the game instead of making the game good. Okay? So that sucks. Second thing is the temptation factor. The algorithms, the pay-to-win features, they're in there, dude. And even if you can't see them on the surface, a lot of the time, they're in there under the fucking surface. And those are even dirtier, where the algorithm purposely matches you against players who have been buying all the pay-to-win bullshit. They're going to kick your ass. And the game's going to keep putting you against these players who kick your ass unless you succumb to buying microtransaction bullshit too. See that? They're trying to make you have a bad time on purpose. Trying to make you feel like the only way to get ahead and do better and get good is to buy microtransactions. It's all scammery, designed to enrich the corporation and fuck over the consumer. If you can't fucking see that, you're being fucking stupid. Okay? And that's what's going on in Halo Infinite. That's what's going on in Halo 5. That's what's going on in all the new Call of Duty games. That's what's going on in basically any online shooter nowadays. Pretty much any online video game nowadays. It's really depressing. But yeah, that's what's going on, man. You know? So you can't just be like, oh, just don't buy the micros. Easier said than done. And they constantly advertise them at you and pressure you into buying them. People with low willpower, they're going to cave probably and break and give these assholes more money that they don't deserve. Like, it's fucking disgusting. And you can't turn your fucking game on without being hit with a ton of advertisements and stuff, you know? Like, I swear, 10 years from now, people are going to be still making dumbass excuses. They're like, it's only a 20-second loading screen of microtransactions. It's not a big deal. You can sit there and wait through the 20 seconds every time you turn on your game, okay? Like, trust me, we're gonna hear assholes talking like that. It's gonna be a thing. You already got dickheads fucking bootlicking for this crap. Well, how are they gonna make their money anyway? How is Microsoft and 343 some of the richest assholes in the world? How are they gonna make their money unless they wallet rape you all? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like these dickheads need more money. Okay. Sure. Now, back to reading hilarious comments from upset Halo players. Yeah, this guy says, everyone ran out of shit to do, and the horrific netcode just makes it not enjoyable to play. Like, yeah, I'm hearing a lot about lag. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Laggy video games online in 2022? I thought lag was a thing of the early 2000s. Are you kidding me? Video games online are still laggy as fuck, sometimes laggier than they have been in the past. I swear, it's like we're going back in time. Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, lack of game modes, lack of forge, lack of firefight, lack of campaign co-op, latency issues, challenge system is horrible, terrible prices in the microtransaction shop. Listen to this guy. He says 343 didn't listen to their loyal fans in a decent time frame. Not enough content, poor random netcode, big team battle having poor maps and being unplayable for months. No ranked team slayer or doubles, only objective randomness. Vehicles are not strong and get blown up way too easily. I don't know anything about that, but I guess he's telling the truth. Like I said, I don't play this dumb shit game. No maps, no room for maps, no safety on the maps. The store is a joke. It's overpriced. Paying $10 just for fucking a basic color is a slap in the face. I could go on, but 343 dropped a massive ball here, you know? And then, finally, my favorite comment here that I think is the best way to sum up why Halo Infinite's online population count is low as fuck. It's apparently sometimes lower than MCC. Yeah, think about that for a second. Now, here's the greatest fucking comment on here, and it's the only one you really need to read. And this is what the guy says. He says, because the game fucking sucks. That's all you gotta... That's it, right? Because the game fucking sucks, okay? Alright, that's all you need to know. Halo Infinite is a piece of shit. Honestly, the game turned out worse than I fucking thought it would. I thought we'd have campaign co-op by now, dude. I thought we would have Forge by now, you know? Like, dude, wasn't that shit funny? Let me give you a timeline, guys. Let's go back about 3 years when they were talking about Halo Infinite about to come out. You know, after that first trailer that showed off the wild, like, rhino creatures and deer creatures that we never fucking got, right? When that trailer got floated, 343 was talking about, oh yeah, split screen, that's a big deal to us. We're going to give it to you. Yeah. And campaign co-op, oh yeah, definitely, you know, just like Halo should be. That was a mistake with Halo 5. We're not going to do that again. And then there became talk that the game would run a lot better on the newest Xbox that was coming out soon, which was, you know, the Series X, ultimately. And that, you know, playing the game split screen on a regular Xbox One would be kind of shit, so it would only be worth doing if you got it on the newest console. So that was some bad news. And then they hit us with more bad news by saying, oh, no chances of 4-player split screen, only 2. And it's like, okay, well, I kind of figured that that's how it would be, but, you know, you should have been more upfront with us about that at first, but whatever. I not a big deal. Not a big deal. And then they come at us saying that it's not going to happen at launch, period. It's like, all right, that sucks. So it's coming later, and it's like, yeah, a few months after launch, it'll be here. It's like, all right. So come January, early 2022, and they say it's going to happen. It doesn't. They delay it till, like, what was it, like April or May? Said it's going to happen then. Didn't happen. They delay again. And then finally, just now, they're getting around to getting it to us. Yeah, and it's glitchy and kind of fucked up. And they're selling it to us in some kind of ad campaign method rather than just straight up, here it is, it's yours now. No, you gotta like sign up and do like the beta test run for it. And then once that's over with, come August this year, it goes away for a while and then they work on it. And then they give it to us, I guess, at the end of the fucking year sometime. And then finally, the game will have the most bare bones form of fucking co op. Like, wow, what a fucking joke this campaign co-op unveiling has been. Like, and this is basically how everything gets unveiled from 343. Drip by drip, little by little, bare minimum effort left in. Oh my god, it's fucking sad, dude. This fucking company is fucking stupid. And just not good at anything. So, yeah, what are you gonna do? That's Halo, I guess. Pretty funny how terrible. Like, goddamn. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the lefty cuck soy boy in me that's always, looking on the bright side, and maybe things won't be so bad, you guys. Maybe that's just that part of me coming out, but yeah, things are worse than I thought. Halo is such a fucking joke, dude. Good lord. Remember when, like I said in my last video, remember when people would fucking buy an Xbox just for Halo? Nobody's really doing that anymore. Anyway, yeah, I saw the Thor movie. I want to talk about the Thor movie now real quick. I like the Marvel movies. They're big, dumb action set-piece movies with, very little worthwhile in them, but, it's still fun. It's still action-packed. Whatever. And not all of them are terrible. Some of them are pretty good. But anyway, I saw the new Thor, and yeah, it was kind of. I'll try to be nice here. 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Very colorful movie, beautiful, great visuals as always in Marvel stuff. They got the top artists of the world putting the visuals together, so of course it's gonna look great. So they nailed it there, as they always do. And then there's the jokes. The jokes are pretty funny. Not quite as funny as, some other Marvel movies, but, it's still pretty fun. So I had a good time. But I have some complaints, man, and they really stink. So this is why I'm only giving the movie like half credit. It was advertised as like the biggest fucking MCU movie of the year, and it's only 2 hours. They're usually longer than that. And it turns out that Bob Iger, the CEO of Marvel Disney or whatever, he stepped down. He was a piece of shit. He was not good for the company. If he was out of the picture, these movies would definitely be better. But whatever. My point is, this guy, he's out of the picture, and they got a new guy in there who's even worse, apparently. And he had a lot to do with why this movie isn't as good as it could have been. So that fucking sucks. So, yeah, and this guy's here to stay for the next few years. So Marvel movies moving forward might be kind of shit. Yeah, and also this Thor movie is the first MCU film that was made after COVID. So they had to deal with all the restrictions, all the delays, So, yeah, that also contributes to why the movie isn't as good as it could have been. And, yeah, story-wise, it was pretty sloppily put together. And then they have this like subplot towards the end around the villain revolving around this like godlike entity known as Eternity, and if you find the keys and path to access Eternity, it'll grant you a wish, and whatever you wish, I guess you can wish for it. But it's not really explained, and it kind of just raises a lot of questions like, how does it work? Like, why can't he just wish not just for his daughter to live, but for everyone good to live, or something like that? Like, I don't know. It was kind of dumb. And, yeah, nothing really stuck. And the emotional character development, like I said, the movie's very rushed. It's only 2 hours, and it kind of feels like they're trying to get every scene over with. So whenever there's a chance for some emotional stuff or some world building or some, like, continuity, get ready for this next thing in the next big MCU movie. Whenever there's a chance for that, it's cut short and just kind of left not leaving much of an impact on you, the audience member. So it really feels like an MCU movie that never could have been made, and we would have been happy with that. Like, we would have been okay with that. Like, Like, if I was trying to get someone who doesn't like the MCU movies to watch the movies and start to, like, get this person into the movies, I would not start with this one at all. And I would probably say that you could fucking skip this one and meh, no big deal. You know, I could literally, like, sum it up to you and maybe that would be good enough. You don't actually have to watch it. You know, it's not great, but the characters do a good job. The actors do a good job. The action scenes, the visuals, that's great and everything. And the jokes are fun. But that's all I got to say, and that's positive. Everything else kind of fell flat for me. So, yeah. And like I said, it's largely because corpo bullshit. Also, there's supposed to be like this god of symbiotes character that revolves around the Necron blade and Gore the God Butcher, and they couldn't fucking elaborate on that because of legal mumbo jumbo with those Venom movies under Sony. So that's frustrating. So the villain could have been more interesting, even though Christian Bale is a damn good actor and he killed it. He could have been better if the writing would have allowed his character to be better. You know. Like in the comics, apparently Gore the God Butcher witnesses a celestial doing combat with the god of symbiotes. And it's this big, epic, crazy kaiju-like battle. And at the end of the battle, they're both stunned and can't fight anymore. And Gore the God Butcher then uses that opportunity to steal the Necron blade from the god of symbiotes. And that's how he becomes the God Butcher. And that would have been cool to see. But, you know, because of legal shit, the movie is worse for it. So... yeah, kind of lame. So it wasn't as good as it could have been. And yeah, it looks like the MCU has got some bullshit to deal with for the next few years with this new guy in charge. So not good. Not good. Anyway, I love talking about how corporate bullshit sucks, so I just wanted to mention that. Yeah, corpo bullshit ruining all of our favorite movies, all of our favorite shows, all of our favorite games. That's the future, unfortunately. Stick to indie stuff. Stick to the classics. That's where it's at. Anyway, yeah, so I'm done bitching about that shit. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. Anyways, I have to do yard work. Lame. But I need exercise anyway. I've been sitting around eating chicken and being lazy, so... yeah. And I gotta work on some guitars and stuff, so... anyways, try to be good to each other, guys. Try not to be a dickhead. I know no one's perfect, and, you know, from time to time you fuck up, and you do act like a piece of shit. You sometimes act cringe. Yeah, nobody's impervious to this, you know? But, you know, regardless, try your best, right? Try not to be a total dick. Try not to be, you know... who's an awful person? President of Philippines, Duterte, yeah. He had a bunch of people gunned down in the street. Yeah, try not to be that level of giant fucking cocksucker, you know? Anyways, yeah. What? My cat is sleeping in my spot. That's where I play games, bro. Oh well, I'll catch you later, guys.